And welcome back to another edition of Internet Pastor Television. I am the Internet Pastor, and today we're diving into doctrine number 4 in the series of doctrines, in the Doctrines of Atheism series here that we're doing. And this is the fourth part in a 5-part series dealing with the doctrines of atheism as expressed by atheists themselves. Now, I know that many atheists have never heard of these doctrines, but that's irrelevant. If you were to ask a room full of Calvinists what the 5 points of Calvinism is or are, you would receive a room full of blank stares in return for your effort. The fourth doctrine of atheism surfaced almost immediately. It is the doctrine of liberalism. Let's allow dictionary.com to define it for us. Number 1, the quality or state of liberal being, as in behavior or attitude, a political or social philosophy advocating the freedom of the individual, parliamentary systems of government, nonviolent modification of political, social, or economic institutions to assure unrestricted development in all spheres of human endeavor, unrestricted, and governmental guarantees of individual rights and civil liberties. There you go, liberalism. The key word in that entire definition is the word unrestricted. Atheists want to live without moral or social boundaries dictated to them by a greater moral authority. In their defeated minds, God doesn't exist, so his statutes are meaningless. Everything becomes subjected to the circumstance. I once listened to a well-known atheist apologist, Dan Barker, explain the set of events that would make a rape a morally acceptable act. I've already covered the doctrine of cannibalism, so you'll have to look that up for yourself. The doctrine of liberalism has led to the modern holocaust of abortion, the destruction of the traditional family, the enslavement of the entire Western world due to liberal governing practices leading to unfair taxation, and the degradation of the human condition due to the removal of the restrictions that kept us intact. As Margaret Thatcher once said, the facts of life are conservative. Liberalism removes humanity's preservative and leaves it out on the table to rot. The foul stench of the decay is on display in the comment sections of my websites, which I will not be quoting here because they're pretty foul. The rotten language spewing forth from these self-proclaimed animals is evidence enough to indict them all of destroying whatever dignity the Western world once possessed. There needs to be no other nod to the ones who claim the soon return of Jesus Christ than the widespread acceptance of the doctrine of liberalism, and atheism has made it a primary element in its constitution. So we're going to move on to the last doctrine of atheism, so stay tuned for that. And thank you for watching this edition of Internet Pastor Television.